George Allen versus Bud Grant here this afternoon in Bloomington, Minnesota. And Irv, you played for George for 3 years out in Los Angeles, and he is all football.
No question about that, Brett. You know, I can't help but reflect about all the discussion about the weather here in Minnesota. You know, George Allen says no matter what the weather is, it's Redskin weather. We felt the same way in L.A. when we came in to play Green Bay in a championship game for a playoff. But George is a very intense man. He's football 100%, and as far as he's concerned, every play could be your last one today. They'll play it like their lives depend on it.
Interesting thing what you told me about George. They went to him and said, shall we introduce your offense or your defense? He said, introduce all 43 players.
Scoffed as legitimate contenders this season by most, the Washington Redskins silently strung together 10 wins for a playoff berth as the NFC wild card, and rewarded football fans who still believe in miracles and miracle makers like George Allen. George, you said that this season was the most difficult coaching year you've had, but yet could be the most satisfying. When you recap the season, where would you say the high point of the season was for your ball club?
Well, I suppose it was that, and I've said this, that we've been buried 4 times, but no doctor pronounced us dead. And it was probably last week beating Dallas in Dallas, a must game. We had the Cardinal score, and the monkey was on our backs, and the team came through with a great effort, and we outplayed Dallas and deserved to win.
What did you have to do to beat Minnesota, Coach?
Well, Irv, I was just saying that we've never played a team, being a defensive player, you'd appreciate this. We've never played a team that had 3 receivers, all catching over 50 passes, and a guy coming out of the backfield that made 1,000 yards. So that's quite a challenge. I know that we're going to have to play a great defensive game because Tarkington is having another outstanding year. There's no better guy at reading the dogs than Tarkington and getting away from the rush, and he's in control of the situation all the time. Our offense, by the way, is going to have to keep the ball away from Fran, and that's the best way to beat them. So we have to play a complete game to beat Minnesota. We're the underdog again, and we've been the underdog so much this year that if they made us a favorite, it might throw somebody off a little bit.
You know, Irv and Phyllis George Allen's the kind of a coach who, when he doesn't have anything to do, he goes down to the office and diagrams football plays. All right, now, Bud Grant... Bud Grant's while he's diagramming plays. Grant's a little bit different. He has a very private side to him.
He certainly does. I really enjoyed talking to him. I'd heard a lot about Bud Grant, the stone-faced man, yet the atmosphere yesterday at the practice, as you both know, was very loose. They were having fun, and there was a lot of confidence out there on that field. It's very interesting. He wants to win. There's no doubt about it.
You know, it's traditional up here that Minnesota does not have any heaters behind the bench. Bud Grant said, win the Super Bowl, and next year you get the heaters.
Right on. Coach Grant, could you give me a weather report?
Well, the weather report is good, really. It looks like it's going to be about 45 degrees and sunny with very little wind and very unseasonable. Maybe it's a good omen for us.
You're looking for snow tomorrow?
I hope not. We've gotten this far without that, and I think we'd all like to have it just like we have gotten, or just like we've had all year.
I left my long johns at home. Thank goodness. I love the sunshine.
Well, maybe you can save them. Hopefully you can use them next week.
Oh, we'll see. That's a strong possibility. But I have to ask you this. Many people have said to me, if you can make Bud Grant smile at you, Phyllis, that's 1 point for you. You stand along the sidelines. We've watched you all year. You're very serious, very straight-faced, and there's a great sense of humor underneath all that.
Well, of course, football is a very serious business, and I'm tied up with a headset, and I'm talking upstairs, and I have a very short cord, and I'm chewing gum, and you know, a lot of things going on. But the people who comment on it really don't know me. I don't know any of the commentators personally, and I don't think I know any of them socially. And it's the first time I've met you, so maybe there's another side to a football coach.
Will you smile at me, please?
Say something funny.
You chew gum better than any coach in the NFL.
Well, I've got a lot of practice, 20 years of it.
You have a resort area, a place where you can kind of go away and get away from all this hectic pace up in Gordon, Wisconsin with the family, Pat and the 6 kids.
Yes.
Do you love that?
Well, it's a year-round home, really, is what it is, a second home. And we go up there winter, summer, enjoy all the outdoor activities that this area has to provide us.
You're a very private person.
Yes, although I know everybody in Gordon, Wisconsin, that's for sure. And we enjoy it up there a great deal. We fish and hunt and snowmobile or whatever, you know, outdoor camping, canoeing, boating, water skiing.
Sounds terrific.
Well, it is. The only thing is football is a tough life because we start in July and work 7 days a week right up until now.
You deserve that vacation. Bud, Brant Tarkington said the key to the success of the Minnesota Vikings is Bud Grant. You have tremendous respect from your players as a human being. That's got to be a terrific feeling inside.
Well, I think it works both ways. I have great respect for the players we have. We have great leadership on our ball club, and, you know, a great deal of maturity. And coaches reflect in what the players do. You know, the greatest coach in the world can't make a football team. You have to have players, and players that can adapt to situations and what you're doing. And on this ball club, we have that, and I've reflected in the accomplishments that they've had.
Do you like recognition?
I think the worst part of this business is the recognition that you receive. I love football. I like working in the arena, but the recognition, I think they could pass around a little bit more.
And you're a great family man. Glad to hear that.
Well, we've got a great family to work with.
And I've got a piece of gum for you. In fact, I've got 2 pieces, so you can chew it tomorrow.
Well, that'll probably get me through the first minute.
Well, here's 2 then.
Okay, thank you.
Well, I saw him before the game, folks, and he's chomping on that gum. And I might mention that I spoke with Pat, his wife, yesterday at the Minnesota Vikings luncheon, and she said, Phyllis, he's been coaching for 20 years, and she said, I live with him. He wants a big win.